So the way that my brain works is that I have an on switch and an off switch, and I don't know how to do the in-between part of it. The one side of the spectrum is where I operate full out and flat out, and I push myself into burnout. I become extremely tired and I just feel it physically. The second, or the other opposite of that, is when I'm not doing enough, and then because my energy will then start stagnating and become low, I start to become anxious and upset with myself for no reason, and I start to fall into a depressive state. And it is this constant management of the two sides of the coin that we need to negotiate through life if you've got this type of mind. And it is something that you need to understand, because you've got these built-in signals that are being thrown at you, and all that you need to do at any given point in time is to listen to those specific signals. So for me, when I am not doing enough of anything, I sort of start to wake up later and I'm not really into what I'm doing. The work seems to take much longer than it should. I'm not really inspired to do things, and I become emotionally exhausted. That's different from a physical exhaustion. The emotional exhaustion, you just feel this complete flat feeling and you're not getting a rise anymore. You can't react or feel what is going on around you. It's sort of like those things at a theme park where you hit it with a hammer, and it's designed such that if you don't hit it hard enough, it just sort of goes up a little bit and then drops down. That's what it feels like with an emotional flatness. And when you get into that state, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you feel low, you do nothing, you feel lower, you do less, and you constantly sink downwards. So to spur that into action, you have to kick it into gear and start doing things so that you can start gaining back the energy. On the opposite side, when you are fully engaged and you're doing way too much, you have also an anxious state, but it's a different type of anxiety. It's more like an excited state, and you are energized to do a ton of things, and you forget what is happening around you, and you don't start looking for things because you're constantly engaged in one or other tasks. But this, because it's so heightened, you can only do it for a short amount of time, and then you start to get physically tired. Physically tired is different again to the emotional one, because it's something that you can sleep off or you can rest. But the problem again with that is that when you start resting, you start to feel guilty. When you feel guilty, you feel low, and then you start moving back to the other side of the spectrum. So for this type of mind, you're constantly juggling the two extremes and trying to find this middle ground, but you are either leaning on the one side of it or the other side of it, and that's something that you permanently have to manage. So the only way that I have found to generally stay on the positive side of things is that you do as many things as you can do, just to almost the point of exhaustion, and you temper it down with slower things that you are interested in that don't require that much work, and then it is something that takes your mind off of all of the energetic things that you're doing, and it sort of just brings you down to a calmer state, but it still holds you on the side of more energized, that you don't feel guilty about taking a break and being sucked into the negative side of things. If you are then on the opposite side and you are leaning towards the negative part of who you are, then you need to start plugging in something that is going to push you to the other end of the scale, and that is to do something that is excitable but that doesn't require a lot of effort. I can't think of an example right now, but say for me it is maybe something like cooking or a nice meal. That instantly lifts my spirits. So even if I'm down and I'm not wanting to do things, then if I engage in that activity, it doesn't require lots of work from me, and I don't need to be incentivized to do that thing. But what it does is that it boosts my mood enough to push me from the low end of the scale upwards and at least tilt it over into the positive side, and then from there you gain that momentum. So that is how you need to do the balancing act, because it is a constant struggle that you have between these two polarities throughout your life and the way that your mind works.